Yeah, but you're not supposed to say that.
We gotta fucking start it all over. Good job. No, just kidding.
So we do this podcast out of a tattoo shop, and Xander's been having a little
Beef.
Well, you say it.
Yeah, every day I come, first thing I do is check the mail. And for the past like month or so, I have the entire block's mail. Like we're in a shopping center, so yeah, I get their mail, their mail, their mail. The people down there's mail. The place behind us is mail. I even put a sign on the mailbox like, "Hey, this is Sweet D, not QFLMNOP." And sure enough, he doesn't give a fuck. He just still puts it in there.
So the other day I was here early, and I'm in the back, and I see him, and he pulls up, and I look at him through the window, and I'm like, fuck, there he is. So I come running, open the door, and he's driving off, but he sees me, so he stops, and I tell him, like, you need to stop giving us everybody's mail. Like, it's not our job to go distribute the mail. Like, you know, we just want ours. And then, like most people, whenever they're wrong, they always come at you hard, right?
Yeah, right. They kind of just be like, "You're right, I fucked up."
Yeah, so then he starts coming at me hard and starts making it seem like it's my problem. And then he starts explaining that nobody else has mailboxes. And I'm like, yeah, what does that have to do with me? And me trying to, like, you know, it's not our job to...
Yeah, we don't work for the post office.
Yeah, we don't work for the post office.
Oh, and then there he is, actually.
Hello.
Daniel. No, but don't do that. Don't do that.
lose.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Get him! Get him!
So, yeah, so the... should have threw it after.
That was so awkward. He was like, so, you guys are...
We're filming a porno. Sorry. I'll come back
We should
later.
have had him sit down.
For anyone who couldn't see, some customer, I guess, just walked in and had no idea what was going on.
And he's not even our customer. He's waiting for next door.
Yeah, he's been there for a while, huh?
Right. That's the worst, too. When we get people coming in, and I don't realize they're doing laundry because there's a laundromat two blocks down, and they'll be sitting here asking every question in the book, and then, you know, you're there helping them, trying to do your best, and then at the end you find out they're just trying to kill time.
Yeah,
'cause
right.
They're doing laundry.
All right, thanks. They just leave 20 minutes later. Like,
No intent. They just want to waste your fucking time.
yeah, or
So back,
sometimes-
yeah.
I was gonna say sometimes when the places too are closed, they'll come in. Hey, what time is this place open? Like, I don't fucking know. I don't work there. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Like even the mailman, you know, he starts. So you know, we're kind of not beefing, but I'm just trying to tell him like, yeah, I just need my mail. It's my mailbox. And then he starts telling me that we open too late. He's like, I'm here at 9 a.m. You guys are closed, and I'm like, yeah, who gives a fuck what time we open? It's like,
yeah, right. Leave our mail in the mailbox and then leave. Like, that's it. Like,
But the thing is, I buy a lot of stuff online, and I have to use multiple addresses. So I order stuff here sometimes, but that's usually like big packages, like big boxes.
like,
that, like
8-inch packages, maybe 9 inches.
8 by 8 by 8, or like
stuff, stuff you don't want your mom.
no
You
stuff
can't send to
stuff
your
I
mom's house.
can't order at my house. So what did the mail guy end up telling you?
Yeah, so then, you know, I'm talking to him and I'm just trying to tell him, like, just leave us our mail. You know, whatever you do with everybody else, that's up to you.
Oh, yeah, but the reason I brought that up is because the mailbox we have outside is one of like the little ones built into the wall, so it's not like you could put any packages in there.
Yeah, it's a small mailbox and it's always filled because it's filled with everybody's mail. So then the guy, he starts telling me that whenever we get packages, he's like, I'm nice enough to bring them back. And I'm like, no, that's your job.
Right,
What do
you're
you mean
supposed
nice?
to do that. I was nice enough to bring you what you ordered. Like, yeah, of course.
But then, as he leaves, he's like, I'm not bringing you your packages anymore. You need to go pick them up at the store. So then I realized, like, fuck, I just fucked up by...
Yeah, so they leave the little notice that I have to go wait in line for 20 minutes at the post office so I can get my package.
So I would think it's Mailman 2, Tattoo Shop 0.
Shit. At least we made our point.
But I'll get it. He'll be back.
Yeah, we're waiting for him. He'll be here.
What's a trick you could do to get back on the mailman? Put some spikes in the mailbox?
Or like one of those things where when you open it, it pulls a firecracker and it pops.
Or have like like one of those, like you pull it and then the big bucket from up top drops slime over the guy.
I was thinking of just hanging out on the roof and throwing cinder blocks at his car.
I was just going to run him over.
But yeah, like I was saying, I just think it's wrong. And he was like a young guy, out of shape. Like, but he just came with an attitude. And, I just think, he knows he's wrong. And he's just, instead of just admitting he's wrong or talking to me to come with some solution, he comes back really aggressive.
Well, what about you? Like, what's not...
Yeah, about the hours we open. None of that has anything to do with anything. He's doing his job.
You know what? Even after, because you had that conversation with him, when was it? A couple days ago?
Oh shit, is that him over there? He's at the tire pro.
Quick, any cinder blocks?
Fill up the goop.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty shit.
Oh yeah, you're sick.
I had
COVID.
COVID for like a week. And so I spent my birthday and Thanksgiving locked up in my room with a sad little plate that they scraped together and slid under the door.
Oh man.
So yeah, it was okay. I mean, I hung out in my room and
Quarantined.
didn't have to deal with all the family drama at the table. So that was cool, but it was kind of boring. What was yours?
It was good. I didn't eat too much. I mean, just sat around, ate. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
I'm not trying to change subject. It's still kind of on the Thanksgiving, but I don't know if you guys remember that one time we were talking about shit and how people, when they wipe it and throw it in the trash. So I was somewhere on Thanksgiving and I go and use the restroom. And out of the corner of my eye, I look in the trash can. In the trash can, there's a...
Vaccines cause autism.
But yeah, there was just a shit toilet paper just staring me down. Like, just, like, on the top, like, all smeared. I was like, oh, kind of.
The thing is, I don't think a lot of people realize why that happens, but we live in a border town, and in Mexico, that's a thing.
Yeah, because like the plumbing over there isn't as good, so a lot of times they won't even throw paper in there because to get it clogged would be so easy, and then to get someone down to fix it is like a difficult job.
So yeah, a lot of people that grow up there keep that habit, even though they're living here, and they wipe and they just throw it in the trash. That's why you see a lot of restaurants always say that, like, please flush your business down the toilet, not in the trash.
And I have friends, they've lived here for years, man. Like, I went to school with them, elementary, middle, high school, college, and they still do that. And I shame them, like, dude, I don't want, that's fucking gross. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
this face up shit. Like, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was just, like, staring at me. And then I would, like, blow my nose and try and, like, cover it. But then it would, like, it would hit next to it, and I kept trying to cover it. But I did not. Oh, and it was kind of like a dark.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Thanksgiving shit.
Thanksgiving shit. I didn't like it.
There wasn't corn and green beans on the paper, too.
I don't know. And then it was like, I don't know, like smeared all.
Okay, it looks like you were looking at it.
Will's staring at me.
Get a real good look at it.
And then every time I want to go blow my nose, it was right there. And then I would try and throw it on top, and then it would hit on the side. I was like, oh, and I don't want to, like, I don't know. But yeah, I was on Thanksgiving. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, right.
I think I know who gave it to me, but I'm gonna keep it mum.
Was it the mailman?
That fucking mailman, right? He brought us just an envelope of COVID and anthrax.
So mailman 3, tattoo shop
Fuck.
0.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna sneeze on him when he gets here right now. Yeah, I was even thinking of going to the strip club for my birthday. I've been sick all week. I might as well reward myself. I'm just there sticking my boogery ones on their ass. Yeah, that's the way Daddy likes it.
When she asks for the money, you pull it out. Just money, crumpled up tissue, all kinds of gross shit. Couple cough.
COVID test.
COVID.
It's a positive kid.
So this weekend I watched this show on Netflix, 100 Humans. And it's kind of a cool show where they do they experiment on, they put little scenarios and then they kind of think what's going to happen and how people react.
And like Nazi experiments.
Yeah, no, not that. No. So this one episode was kind of cool where they want to see if people are more comfortable with people they feel are like them. So they have 3 people in a room, and then they tell the 100 people to walk in the room and just write or memorize a description, describe these people and memorize it, because that's what you're going to get tested on. But the real test is they want to see how close people get next, how close they get to them. So the first guy in the first room is a tattooed guy. And out of the 100 people, some of them have tattoos, and they're thinking the people that are tattooed will get closer to this guy because they feel some kind of connection.
Okay.
And then the second room is an old man, and then the last room is an obese man. And out of the 100 people, there's some old people, there's some obese people, some tattooed
All the
people.
fats to the left, all the old farts to the right.
But no, they don't tell them that because they want all 100 people to walk in. And they're going to see. So they think.
Oh, so it's to see if they kind of just gravitate towards that person?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first,
Nice.
the first room is the tattooed guy. And then, they start showing people walk in. And the first is this old lady. She walks in and she sees him and she doesn't get past the door. Yeah, she's right by the door. And then they're kind of measuring like, oh, this lady will stay 10 feet away. And, the guy's kind of intimidating looking. I mean, yeah, he's kind of intimidating and, a little tank top, all tattooed. And sure enough, nobody really wants to get near him. And then once the tattooed people start coming in, well, they're like, oh, nice tats, man. And they come up to him. And the guy can talk. And he talks to anybody. You can ask him any question, and he's polite.
So does it have, they walk in and he's just sitting there, like at a desk, or?
Yeah, he's just standing in the middle of the room.
Just there?
Yeah, exactly. And these people think they've got to describe him, so they're trying to look, for just trying to memorize things about him.
Okay.
And after those 100 people go in, sure enough, they show the results, and they're correct. The people with the tattoos are up face to face with him. They're talking to him. They're looking around.
They
and
knew more about him at the end. And
yeah, they knew exactly more about him. So far, I would say their hypothesis was correct. And then it comes to the room number 2, and it's the old man. So you walk in, and the old man definitely looks
like an old man.
like an old man, unapproachable too. He kind of has this mean little
Grouchy
face. Yeah,
face.
grouchy face. And then for some reason, the old people don't want to get near him. So the same thing, these old people walk in and they see another old person. So instead of, yeah, right. They don't get near him either. So that's kind of weird. But then the younger people get near him, and they're around him and they're describing, they're writing down, or they're thinking whatever they want to think, and they're talking to him, I think. So then the results come in, and it's the opposite. The people like him stay away from him, and the younger people, aren't afraid and they get near him. And then the last room is the obese guy, and this guy is pretty huge. And as people are walking in, whether they're big or not, nobody wants. Nobody gets near him. They all walk.
Nobody gets near him.
Yeah, they all walk in, and as soon as they see him, everybody stops in their tracks. Even the other fat people.
Like, fuck that shit.
I'm fat. I know what he's thinking, right? Or I don't know, but
I know how I smell. I ain't getting near that fuck.
his hand doesn't look like it could wipe back there, right? Yeah, I don't know what the. I don't know why, but. So yeah, the results were for the tattooed guy, the tattooed people got near him. For the old man, it was flipped, and the old people didn't get near the other old man, but the young people.
I wonder why they didn't get near him.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
He smelled like the onion still in his breath from the Whataburger. Just say.
It's the strong odor of Ben Gay emanating in the air.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why that would happen.
Yeah, and then I just thought it was so funny.
And yeah, and like no one got close to him or what?
No, and then the fat guy came in, and yeah, nobody got close to him at all. Like they all.
So what you're saying is, in terms of human rankings, it's definitely tattooed people, old people, and then fat people.
I think so.
According to this data, I'm just telling you what it is. I didn't make it up.
Yeah, I wish they would have gone into that. Like, why don't people want to get near a fat guy?
So they didn't say anything.
No,
At the end?
their thing
They're
is
just experiments,
yeah, their
proving
experiment
it right. And
was
yeah, it's interesting.
yeah, it was really interesting.
Gotta check it out. 100 Humans is what it's called.
100 humans on
I gotta
Netflix.
check it out. We chose 33 fat people, 33 old fucks, and 33 young tattooed hot chicks. What's gonna happen next?
When people start being real.
All right, that's real reality TV.
I'm trying to think. Like in high school, I don't know if I never like not sat it next to anyone because they're fat.
Yeah, if you had a fat teacher, everybody would sit in the back, right? I'm just
Man,
kidding.
speaking of fat teachers, I got a good story. When I was in middle school, I was in humanities. It's like the. How would you explain you know what humanities is? It's like the advanced class, but instead of social, like it's like all of social studies, government, and English, like all wrapped into one. That's just how they did it. I don't know.
Okay.
So it's called humanities. And so I was in humanities class, and our teacher was, to put it nicely,
Really thin.
fucking obese. Really thin. And every day she was a great teacher. She was cool. I didn't care. I didn't not get near her. But every day she had a can of Coke. Just every day she would teach. She drank that can of Coke throughout the class. I remember one time we had a fire drill, and it was like an actual fire. Like there was some kid had like thrown a joint in the trash can or something in the bathroom, and it lit the trash can on fire. So they evacuated the school. And so, we're going through the fire drill. We're on the second story of the building, and as we're all walking single file down the stairway, and she was so big that she couldn't just walk down the stairway. She would like go backwards and like grab the rail and like
Go, yeah.
like almost like a, what do you call that? Like a,
Spelunking.
yeah, like a spelunker. Like she would go down with like a rope, like and she would hold it slowly and like it would take her like 20 minutes to get down this flight of stairs. And
Oh,
she would
poor lady.
take-
She would have burned.
Oh yeah, she would have burned alive. It would have smelled like bacon in the whole school. But she's going down, and she's going so slow. It's a real fire drill. Everyone's taking off, so she's telling us like, just keep going. Don't worry about me. Keep going. And me and my friend we always sat in the back, so we were the last ones in the line. And my friend was behind me. He was the last one.
That's where all the nice kids sat, right in the back.
Exactly. Yeah.
All the nice, polite kids.
Yeah, all the A honor roll students and the perfect attendance. So as we're going, he's behind me. He's the last one. We're passing her. Still has her Coke. She's still going down with one arm, but she can't really go down with one arm. So I swear, she looks to my friend and says, "Save my Coke." and so what is he going to do? Say no? So he grabs it.
Fuck your Coke.
And we-
Get it out of her hand.
Kicks her knee. Yeah, so by the time the fire drill ended and everyone's going back in, she's barely at the bottom of the stairs. But I swear we're just out there in the field while the school's burning and my friend's just holding a half-drinking Coke. Oh, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing at just the sight of him just there with this Coke.
Save my Coke.
And I mean, to be fair, he saved it. And when we got back when she finally went up the stairs an hour and a half later, she got her Coke back.
Nice.
So I don't know, maybe she's the one really thinking. We're all laughing at her, but she's got her priorities straight.
Right.
If I survive, I want a goddamn Coke at the end of this.
And if I don't survive, would he take that Coke and bury her with it? Saved your Coke. We should start having fire drills at work, right?
Right?
Save my coffee, Xander.
Brave. Save my Monster, right? My Red Bull. I got you, man.
What about me?
He'd be going down there.
Would you save me?
I don't think anybody would save you. You probably have to be the one left to put it out.
Good luck with all that oil.
He's probably be the one that started it, right?
The flint and fucking sticks.
My name is Richard. And I am an American, just like you. And just like you, I value the things that make us all one and indivisible. Young, racially ambiguous children, taking what isn't yours. Small international flags that show you're educated. And I have always championed for the mixing of whites and coloreds. Heck, even my own Secretary of Agriculture is black. Here's footage of protesters to show that I'm not one of those white people. Americans want change, and I can be that change.
Dick Gobbler, 2023.
Because a vote for Dick is a vote for America. I'm Dick Gobbler, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Catholic Mothers Against Foreskin.
So over Thanksgiving, I was at my sister's house, and as I was leaving, there was a cherry pie, and I thought, I want to take home half of this pie.
As soon as you walked in the door, I'm taking home half of that pie.
Exactly. I knew it from the beginning. So I start cutting the pie in half to leave half there and to take half. And as I'm cutting it, this thing is just falling apart. And I have another plate, and I'm just throwing all these pieces on there, and it looks like shit. It's just random.
Comes a cobbler. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It became a cobbler. So now I've got this pie of cobbler and half a pie that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take home the nice piece.
just swap.
Yeah, of course. What did you write? So I take home the nice piece of pie. I go home. I'm asleep. I probably wake up at 2 in the morning, and I'm thinking like, wow, that cherry pie.
That's when you really get those like sweet cravings in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I'm there waking up, walk to the kitchen, and I see a plate, and I'm thinking like, I didn't bring that plate. Oh, Noah probably brought it home. I wonder what's in there. Is it mashed potatoes? Is it pumpkin pie? I don't know. So I open it, and it's that mess that I made. And I'm like, who the fuck? Why would he bring home this fucking cherry pie?
So you guys took the entire pie home?
Well, he brought it home. I don't know why the fuck he brought that home.
So when I was there, he left, and I see the big goop. It looked like a goop of pie, almost like a dog threw it up.
Miscarriage.
Yeah, like a pie miscarriage. But so I didn't know if he took it, and I was like, did he take the other piece of pie? And they're like, oh no, we threw that in the fridge. Like, you're supposed to take that home.
Nobody wants that, right?
And then I was like,
Please take this.
I was like, oh, I guess. I was like, I thought he was gonna take the other one, but yeah, so I ended up taking home that. But yeah, when I was taking it, they're like, yeah, you can take it. You don't. No one wants that.
I didn't want it, and I got stuck with it.
Did you eat it that night?
The good pie, yeah. Not that stuff.
You left that thing. Oh. So there's still some like miscarriage cobbler at your place right now.
It's might be there. Or I think I took it back to my sister's, I think.
You could have this. I think this is yours. Save my pie. And I feel like if I ever have a kid, I'm sure there's gonna be that like, oh, it's my son. Like I love him. Like this is the. But I've seen plenty of newborns, and I feel like I'm just gonna be like, ugh, that's me. Like, oh God.
You know, it's weird because pictures, they look ugly, but... Right? I mean, pictures of kids look ugly, right? But when they're alive, moving around, like, I don't know, they don't really look that bad.
I think they look really bad when they first come out.
Like, in life or a picture? Like, in real life?
Both.
Really? Yeah, in real life.
I mean, I guess. I don't
I mean, 'cause I've never seen like a. I've seen pictures. I've never seen like a brand new baby right there.
Yeah, they don't look as bad as the pictures make them. They're not photogenic.
I've seen where like apparently this is a common thing I didn't know, but when they come out they have like a weird like oblong head
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and like it slowly goes down.
Uh-huh.
That's so weird. I'd be freaking out like if my son was like, oh my God, like squish it back. Yeah, that's freaky.
If it's a C-section, I wonder if they do that. They probably don't, huh?
I'm gonna say no because I've heard that it's because of like the them going through the
Yeah.
the vagina and everything and then being squeezed out and pulled and
Yeah, for sure.
Their face is all like morph, like the Goonies guy.
Yeah, their head is. I've even seen when they grab their head with, like, forceps or something, and they...
oh man, that's
like,
brutal.
like someone.
Is that what they did with Noah? They had one foot on the operating table. His head is just slowly fucking no.
C-section.
I think I still have the indents. No, I was a C-section.
Really?
I remember whenever
Brutal.
my mom, like, I remember one time I tried, not running away, but I had a little, and I, like, ran down the street, and she chased me, and then she got me, and she took me back home, and she pulled her stomach. I got this scar because of you. And I was just like, oh, man, I didn't ask for this.
Every time you misbehave, you just look over. She's like, shit. Sorry, Mom. Damn, C-section. That's brutal.
Like, yeah, that's my fault for being born. I'll make sure not to do that on the next one. My fault.
Sorry, I just had so much cock. It couldn't come out naturally. They had to cut me open.
Save my cock.
So technically, your cock was inside your mom.
You disgusting fuck. You know, but at least he can say that he's never touched his mom's vagina.
That is true.
I can't say that. I've definitely had my face up against it like that. So that sucks.
So yesterday, we had this conversation about fighting a dog. Remember? And I thought if a dog's charging at you, the best move you can do is an axe kick. If you don't know what an axe kick is, yeah, you lift it up and it comes down. And I thought, yeah, you hit him on the head and he's going to flip over you, right?
I said he would, like a train, when they stop a train, he would like...
And then it's funny because we're debating like, yeah, man, I don't know, because I've seen some rough dogs where I feel like no matter what I do, like they'll keep coming. Like I'm gonna have to kill this dog. That happened to me last night, actually. I'll get to that, but So we're talking about like, man, like, you think you could really stop a dog with a kick and this and that? And then one of the guys comes in, and we ask him, "You think you could stop a dog with a kick?" "Oh yeah, I've done it. I kicked the shit out of this dog in the ribs, and he fucking." We're like, "God damn! Oh, all right."
But to his defense, the dog was about to attack him.
Yeah, the dog totally had it coming,
Yeah, like he's trying to.
and
get
he's
away.
a big dude. I could see him generating a lot of kick.
But yeah, and he went for the soccer kick, I believe.
A soccer kick to the ribs. He said, like back here, liver kick, and the dog limped away.
Noah was saying he would jab him, and I'm like,
Going around him in circles.
I would close the distance. Make sure I'm in range.
I was saying bad choice, bad choice.
I said either a jab or a deep uppercut.
You're gonna have to go down. Yeah, last night my neighbor's dogs, man, they've killed a bunch of my cats. They're always in my yard attacking other cats. They've came at me and my grandma like aggressive, like they're all surrounding us, like ready to attack. And I'm like, man, any second they can. And luckily they don't really do. They like if I'm aggressive to them, they leave, but they'll come back and still. So like, there's always that chance that they're just gonna all.
Yeah,
And if
you never
one
know.
goes, they're all gonna go. So yesterday I hear like fighting, like cat dog fighting brutal in my yard. So I go out and I have a bat, and like the dogs see me and they hit the ground and they take off. But yeah, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna have to hit one of these dogs with the bat. Like I've never hit anyone with a bat, let alone a dog. So like that would just be weird to swing full force on
Oh,
a
man.
dog. But I mean,
So you would go for that kind of swing?
yeah, I would probably go for a sideways swing to the head, maybe an up and down.
See, yeah, yesterday he was saying up and down,
No,
like a caveman.
up and down would be my second. My first option would be more like a golf swing.
Upwards? Would you even like set up? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thought all the downward hit would do was just create like one of those huge bumps though. All red.
Then he'd really be mad.
his eyes like change like casino fucking.
He would like push it down and then it would go back up.
Right? You smack him full force, whoosh, and then the dog just gets up. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. And just knocks out. Yeah, I feel like I generate more force. I mean, I could see the downward, like the gravity, but I feel like I could swing it much faster and harder sideways.
And then yeah, I was even thinking sideways too. You would have less of a chance of missing, maybe, like going down where you would hit the floor and.
Yeah, right.
So as me and Noah are talking about this at the house, our dog Loki's in there, and he's 70 pounds.
You guys both look at him and he's like,
So he starts getting feisty, and he's fighting with us, and he's
get the bat.
well, he's coming at me with a different approach. He's jumping at me. Right? Remember yesterday? So
It's
we're
like he heard you and
Yeah.
knew, like, oh yeah, motherfucker.
and with him just playing, he's 8 months, 70 pounds. It would definitely be a tough fight.
Like I'm telling you, like my 10-pound cat, if we fought to the death, I would win. But that's gonna be a rough fight. I'm not walking out of there unscathed. Like I'm gonna look all beat up and hey, he had me in the 4th round. Swollen shut eye, scratches all on my face. Yeah, that would fuck me up.
Yeah, I feel like you could take a cat easy, but you're gonna be scratched to shit.
I wonder if all my cats attack me all at once, coordinated, if they take me out. I'm thinking they might. I don't think I'd be able to deal with all of them.
I just don't think a cat has the tools to kill a human. A house cat does not have.
You don't think they can scratch open like your neck or like your eye? I've got some battle scars, man. Like they can hurt you.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hurt you, but I don't think they can kill you. I don't think there's, unless it like scratched you and then started burrowing in and like, I don't
I
know.
don't think it'd be like you'd get scratched and then go.
Just pass out.
Like Kill Bill, like almost all the blood.
All right, what if it was you versus 10 toddlers?
10 toddlers.
You think you'd fuck? Or no, maybe not 10. Let's call it 30.
100. 100 toddlers. There's no way a toddler's.
Would you just be kicking them like? Just punting them into the fucking.
I could see maybe like 6-year-olds, like 36-year-olds giving a decent.
A decent.
36-year-olds. Yeah, 'cause it's the same. Like it's a lot of them. They'd overwhelm you, but what could they do to hurt you? Like, it's not like one of them's gonna hit you and you're going out, or they could break your. Like, can they really hurt you?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. You would get tired. That would be your biggest issue.
Your hands would hurt before you finish all the. Fuck, man, my hands hurt. Just knocking toddlers out. It's like that. There's a famous video, or infamous, I should say. Oh man, I forgot what the name of it. Alice at the Palace. It's like the Pistons versus. I can't remember what the other team is, but Ben Wallace from the Pistons gets into a fight with what's his name? Meta World Peace. You know who that is?
And Wallace did. Oh, Wallace right at our chest. This has potential to be serious if they don't get between. Wallace upset. First.
I forgot his. It's a basketball player. He changed his name to Meta World Peace. Ironically, I forgot his original name. But they get into an argument, and as Meta World Peace is going to the bench, someone from the audience throws a water bottle at him.
The problem is, if Wallace is ejected, I'm not sure.
And it hits him, and he loses it, and he just jumps up on the fucking bleachers where everyone's sitting. And yeah, I don't understand why you'd pick a fight with this guy. He's not even a human at this point. He's like 6'7".
Oh yeah.
300 pounds. So I swear to God, in the video, he's just taking out whole rows of people. Just.
Now Artest has jumped over the scorer's table and is trying to get down to the bench. Artest is in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting.
Like, just knocking people out, like, brutal. And he ends up, like, the guy that threw the water bottle doesn't even get hit. He takes off.
Man.
So he's just knocking people out. But I'm telling you, like, full rows of people. He's just like, brr, brr, brr. Yeah, it's a fucking monster. Like, why would you ever start a fight with that? That's like, him fighting adults is like us fighting toddlers. Like, there's just no chance he could just swipe and take out 6 at once.
He was yelling world peace as he was doing it.
Yeah, so his jersey says world peace. He's just knocking single mothers out, kids in the way.
Going back to Noah's strategy about the jab, I told him, like, the jab is not going to work against a dog, but it might work against a bear, right?
Oh man, no way! A bear? That's
Maybe
Stick
a
and move?
kangaroo.
I could see it against a kangaroo. You outbox a kangaroo. A jab.
You think you guys would survive a fight with a bear?
I think it'd be close.
And who's close with who with whom winning?
Did you get him in a choke?
I'd probably just stick to the jab, maybe kick him in the balls.
The balls.
Do you think that has any effect on a bear? Nut shot?
Oh, my balls.
He'd probably just get him mad and fuck you up even worse.
Or he would maybe get turned on.
I would pull out like the kung fu. Bear's never seen no kung fu before.
Yeah, he wouldn't know what to do, right?
That's funny. I used to do karate, I guess, when I was younger. I did it for a couple years, but sometimes, like, yeah, they would teach, like, stuff that was, like it would work, like, in, I guess, the real world, or...
Against bears?
I mean, I don't know. But then, yeah, sometimes they would teach moves, like, if you're blocking a punch, you use your other hand to reinforce the block. So maybe if you're fighting a bear, you would have to use the reinforced block.
For sure, right?
I don't know.
The bear swipes and you're just like... The bear he's never seen such strength.
The bear would look at his hand and look back at you like, what?
And that's when you look at him and go, Start jabbing the bear.
And I feel like that would be such an ugly fight.
Or how about if you grab the bear's arm, and then with his claw, you use his claw to stab himself.
Oh, that's how that's how the cat could kill you too. Huh? Use your own.
Right? You and the bear like fighting for it, and it's going towards him. He closes his eyes.
The bear's reaching for like a bottle with his other hand.
Where's my Coke? I don't know why that's so funny. You kill a bear. Shh.
That's funny too about the claw with like.
Game over, Smokey.
There. There.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh, that's funny. Like the movies.
All right, Steven Seagal versus a bear.
A bear. That guy's a bitch.
Special guest coming into the podcast, Steven Seagal.
All right, but what about Under Siege version of Steven Seagal?
Casey fucking Ryback.
I've never been a fan. Now, if you're saying Van Damme, then Van Damme will take
He does the splits and kicks, hits the bear in the balls.
it. For sure.
Yeah, see, I think Van Damme could take a dog out with an axe kick. He'll split that dog's head in half. And afterwards, he'll do like in that one movie where he has the tank top and he's dancing. What movie is it?
Kickboxer.
It's Kickboxer. He's like, he has like the baggy pants. He's doing like all the 90s, 80s moves.
What's better than Van Damme? Two Van Dammes. Remember when?